going on, everybody? We are here doing a little bit of scouting today. It is super foggy out. So foggy to the point that it almost seems like it's raining, but it has not actually started raining yet. So we're gonna rip back here. I picked up some buck fever synthetics, which I'm sure many people have heard of with all the times Troy Pottinger's been on podcasts and stuff. But I've got a spot that more or less it just lays out. I can't get in right to where I want to hunt, but it could be an awesome spot if I could draw the bucks up to a better area where I can actually hunt and get away with the wind and everything. So we're trucking all the way back to that spot, and we're gonna get set up and see if middle of October I can get a big buck down trapping them with a scrape. So we're gonna walk our way back there, and we're gonna have a fun time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very good trail right there. If you step up, you can almost kind of see how it's got like that dirt trail that kind of comes through.
Mm-hmm.
Just found this trail. This is right off it's right on the military crest for a northerly wind. So I'm gonna mark on my phone here because I've never looked at this ridge before, but we decided to do something different on the way back to a different spot I want to go to. So luckily Meg's a trooper, so she deals with me wanting to go up and down ravines. Hey guys, I didn't talk about it before I made this decision, but I'm trying to make a mock scrape. First time I've ever really done it. Like I said, it's in an area where with the wind and everything, I really just can't hunt the one spot. So there's a bunch of trails. Kind of gets up to like a narrowed down little pinch right here, but you can see it's super thick behind me. Trail coming out here, trail coming out there, and then there's some that are dropping down this way. So I made this big scrape like this. I'm kind of like jamming it up and really loosening up all this dirt, make it a little bit more appealing to kind of want to work. And then I'll soak that with the actual scrape mix, and then I transplanted this branch from a fir that was farther over that we found that some other firs were all nipped on, so I tied it up to this apple tree right here that's kind of dying back. I'm hoping that it stays and the branch doesn't all break off, but if they work it that good, it might. So like I said, I'm just kind of making it seem super realistic, not making it an exact circle, and just working it up real good, getting all the leaves out of it. It's early September right now, so they're gonna start thinking about scraping, but they obviously haven't too much yet, mostly just licking branch stuff. So I'll probably cover this branch and then this adjacent maple branch, just in case they break this one off. Then maybe they'll still utilize the licking branch here and keep using this site. I picked out a good tree already behind, give me about a 10-15 yard shot, and I'll be able to hide behind the tree in my saddle with a really good backdrop pretty much all the way through season. So I'm hoping this works out pretty good, and maybe you'll see me hunting over this fall. today was a little bit of a practice as well, because I've got my new Kafaru 22 mag pack here. So I got that loaded up. I got my saddle in it. I got Meg's other camera that she likes taking photos with. I got my 4 Novix mini sticks. I got water. I got pretty much everything I'm going to need. Got some scent that I almost just lost. But one of the things I will point out is that every time I come into a spot, like, so this spot is a spot that I want to hunt now, I try to make sure that I actually get an idea of where I'd want to hunt. So if you come over here with me, what I did was I kicked out the dirt right here, and I only do this if it's like I have a definite like set plan, like a really heavy trail, a food source, something that's like, this is right where I'm going to come. So I know I want to come to this tree right here. I could probably get in a lot of other trees in here, but this one has some good cover. If you pan up right there for me, Meg, you see there's some branches up there. So I can be in this spot. I can hide behind the tree. Most of the movement I expect to come out from in front of me, and my wind will be pushing back either adjacent to me or behind me. So I should be pretty safe even if I'm cutting it like right on the edge. And this tree allowed me to hide with the saddle anyway, or even if I brought a stand I could put on the backside and face downhill. But I just prepped everything, like I said, clear out my spot, picked my tree, assessed where I wanted to scrape, and now this is completely set. I will not come back to it until I want to hunt it or check on it and like refresh it with some scent. So little stuff you can do just to make sure that you're a little bit more successful. If you get here in the dark and you pick the spot but you didn't look for a tree, then you're going to be fumbling around making a bunch of noise, and that's not helping anybody. So feeling pretty good about it. Can't wait for October. Alright, you guys, so that's pretty much going to be the extent of this little scouting trip. We came into this area. It's kind of an interesting spot. It's not necessarily like a leeward ridge like everyone says you should be hunting nowadays, but there's a mix of beech, and there's a couple of red oaks right over here. As we were walking, Meg and I both found different sets of deer poop, so there's definitely deer in here using it, but we're not really finding very much for mast. There also is a lot of turkey poop and stuff, so you would think that there's something in here that they're eating. There is some old acorns, some old beech nuts, and then that's about the freshest thing we found. This hickory nut right here I just looked down and found, and that's pretty fresh, so that could be what they're in here eating. I feel like hickories normally drop a little earlier, but if they're sporadically dropping right now towards the end of summer, that might be why we're catching a little bit of activity in here. Probably not something that I'm going to target just of yet, but I'll be scouting closer to season, and if I find some rubs or more deer sign, then maybe I will. But like I said, that's pretty much all we're going to do for today. We're going to work our way out of here now. We probably got about another, it's probably only a mile, but it's going to feel like 2 because we got to go up and down quite a bit. So I do know there's some rain coming in the forecast, so I just want to get out of here before we get soaked and get home and make some dinner. So thanks for coming and watching this video, guys. I appreciate it. I'm going to try to keep a little bit more consistency as I go into hunting season now, and just throw anything in the comments that maybe you want to see, specifics on what I'm scouting, when I'm scouting, why I do one thing versus the other, tree stand setups, any of that kind of stuff. That if you want to see it, throw it in the comments so I know, and otherwise please just subscribe and like this video, and as always, I can't wait to see you hit your mark. Later.